I think they can to a degree, but I mean, look at, what if, the Kennedys was just on TV. What if the biggest movie star in the world allegedly had an affair with the president? How, in God's name, would that not be on TMZ? I think the audience demands, they have a visceral response to honesty and to telling the truth. And I don't know if that's since the recession or since the rise of, comics like Chelsea Handler and Kathy Griffin, where it's like people have like a BS detector and they'll call you out if you're not. People do know it's part of the publicity machine.
Is it honesty or is it marketing?
Well, that's,
he's being honest because he's out. No, I think he's being honest. But, part of what he did last week, look, I listen to Howard Stern all the time. He spent the entire week there talking about this relationship.
The whole week.
The whole week. Now, part of it is he's comfortable in the studio with Howard Stern, as a lot of people are. So I get that, but it's also now being used to promote a movie that he has out. That's why he was with Howard Stern all week. That's why he's on television. Yes, he is being honest, but part of this honesty is part of marketing and going back to controlling the message while you're out marketing your movie or your album or whatever it is.
And let's just hope that this trend does not continue, because if all of our favorite celebrities just start being honest, then what are we going to have to dig for?
This is true, because I'm old enough to have grown up in a time when the biggest movie stars, before this is, when you go back to even in the 60s and 70s, there was virtually no entertainment press. There was no People magazine, imagine. There was no Us, or there was no entertainment.
I know the news.
What did you read?
But you had stars like Paul Newman, who literally never were seen on television. They never interviewed. They would do like one interview every 5 years, and everyone would read it. And of course, it was exactly the message they wanted to put out. But I think what you're saying is true. I think the public, whether they know it or not, would like a little more mystery. I don't know that we really want to know everything about it.
My favorite example is somebody like Daniel Day-Lewis, who's very, very private. And he's like, it interferes with the performance. If you know that he has an affinity for taking baths and pudding, then you're not going to, that.
When you have that much, when you have as much talent as Daniel Day-Lewis, you can get away with it. I think you have to almost be that great. De Niro still doesn't do a lot of publicity or let people into his life much, but he's De Niro.
Well, but he's also not very good at it either. When he comes on TV, he looks so uncomfortable.
But that was what they understood about the old stars. Neither was Paul Newman. And that's why for years, Warren Cowan, who was his publicist, wouldn't let him be interviewed. He knew it was much better to create this mystery about this guy that was silent and nobody could know him.
And